What's up guys, Bryce here, and we're back at it again for another video. And in this video we have a hot lap guide of Twin Ring Motegi. This track is a super long track, a super wide track as well, and it's very unique. And I actually drove it for the first time a few days ago, and it is a unique track. It reminds me of Suzuka just a little bit, and wow, what a track. It's super wide. It makes it pretty fun for racing, and it's very tricky to nail a lap as there's a lot of lines you can take, because just look how wide it is. You can fit at least 4 cars wide going into some of these corners. It's ridiculous, but it is a really fun track, and to nail a lap time around here, you really want to use all of the curbs and think long term in terms of your driving style, because there's a lot of double apexes, a lot of chicanes, and just a lot of corners where you need to focus on the second one instead of the first, and I'll explain that right now and basically the fast way around it. And yeah, I'm showing you guys a quick lap and then a in-depth guide, so let's get right into this. So here we are inside the Lamborghini GT3, an amazing car, amazing sounding car, going down to turn 1, braking at the 50-meter board and staying quite tight for this double apex corner, straight lining it all the way to the exit, using the exit curb, and then now we have a pretty decently long straight. First 2 corners were very fast, now going into basically the opposite, braking super late there and hitting these 2 left-handers, another double apex. So turns, the first sequence of corners is pretty much like the second, just reversed, but nailing those will really gain you some time. All the corners you can gain so much time here, braking super late at the 50-meter board, getting a late apex, and again using all the curbs, going underneath the tunnel here. Reminds me of Suzuka, going through a little S section here, stay in the middle of the track, don't drift that too wide, you'll lose time. Going through this sequence of corners here, you want to get a late apex on this corner because the next one is right here and you're going to be getting a late apex. Be careful on the gas, you can drift out a little wide, braking for this left-hander, again using the curb on the left and rotating the car around before you go on the gas, and this will lead you down another straight, which will lead you down to a hairpin. This is a very tight hairpin, but you can actually take quite a tight line through here, and taking a pretty decent line through there and apexing the middle of the track, and then now we have another long back straight, and this is a really good overtaking opportunity if you can nail the hairpin. And now for my favorite part of the track, we have a downhill right-hander. Keep that in mind, braking at the 100-meter board and turn in right there. You're going underneath the tunnel once more and using the track on the right. Clip that inside curve, braking down for the chicane, all the track on the left, but again, set yourself up for this right turn, because when you drive that, you will soon find out that if you take too much speed to the left-hander, the right-hander is an absolute pain. And that is a quick lap, and now I'll be showing you guys a in-depth guide. Braking down to turn 1, you can see I'm braking in between the 100 and the 50, using all the curb on the left, turning in once the curb ends, and I'm looking at this first curb. Hit this first curb, don't drift out too wide because you're going to really lose time, and you want to stay connected to that second curbing. And again, look at the curbs you want to hit. And this track reminds me of a slot car track. It's just so wide, and you really need to drive the car like it's on rails. Use the curb on the right. I turn in once these cones end. Try to get as close as you can to those cones. Sometimes I even hit the cones. Again, same thing. Hit that first apex. You can actually go pretty wide here for this one because you want to carry as much speed as you can. Turn the car in, and easy on the gas here, because in worser conditions where the track isn't as optimal, you can really lose the rear, especially with this car here. Braking down for this right-hander, braking in the middle of the 150, use the curb on the left, and try to get as late an apex as you can, but also as much speed through the corner as you can. And this is almost like Japan, like I said before. Use the curbing on the left to help you just get a nicer line into this right-hander. For this next corner here, again, using the curb, I brake when the curb starts, or all the curb on the right, and using this curb on the left, try to get as late an apex as you can. Once you're in the middle of the track, that's when I turn. Stay in second gear through here and kind of ease on that gas. Once you kind of reach the end, go on the gas, slowly unwind the wheel, and you have to nail that so you use that proper amount of exit curb. Braking at the curb once more, rotating the car as much as you can. Once the curb ends, your car should be fully rotated and you should be back on the gas. The earlier you can get on the gas there, the better you'll be. Going down to the hairpin, braking right before the 50-meter boards is where I tend to brake. a few lines to take through here. I tend to apex in the middle of the apex, in the middle of the corner, but keeping tight, and again unwinding that wheel and straight lining to the outside curb and carrying as much speed as I can through there. You have a little bit of rest area here, another great passing opportunity, pass down the inside here. Now braking right after the 100-meter board, a super late braking area as it is downhill. It's really hard to find a turn-in point here. It's hard to describe where I turn in. I just turn in when I feel the car should turn in. And then going under the tunnel here, you don't need to use this track on the right, but you can. The line through here is very difficult. I tend to stay in the middle of the track, braking down to second gear. Attack that left-hand curb as much as you can. Brake and don't go on the gas until you've rotated enough so that when you do go on the gas, you do not run wide. And wow, that is a really fast, fun track. I've had many great races in here, as you'll see in the upcoming videos. But that is a lap of Twin Ring Motegi. Try saying that 10 times fast. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye.